This is going to be the Golem team after Lidica's rework. Lidica on her S1, she lost her CR pushback, but now instead it inflicts 2 bleeds and detonates them. Detonate is kind of annoying because Haste, one of the main reasons we used him was for his bleed spam, and now we don't have that anymore. We are going to miss his sustain from S2 as well, but Lidica did at least gain Restrict on her S2 via her EE, which is really nice. And her S3 still pushes back, it gives skill nullifier to everybody, and it now has Death Break. So that is the trade-off, I suppose. I do still think she's really, really good for Golem, so we'll see how it goes. For the haste slot before, I'm going to switch it up just with Tori. I'm just going to try and use DPS. I was considering using Ken, which is why I still have him available. But we're going to try Tori. I think we have enough Death Break and Restrict, since these both apply Restrict. We should be okay. Not sure how the cleanse is going to work, but I think their cooldowns are low enough that we should be okay here. And then, let's take a look at everyone's stats. Starting off with Tori, I did not re-gear her at all. She's just on her PvP gear with Windrider. You could probably use like a bunch of different DPSs here. Like I'm sure Surmia works fine here. Or Carmine Rose. Carmine Rose has a bunch of debuffs plus pushback on her S2. I think it's not listed here. It's probably in her skill tree, but she could be an option. Next up is Lidica. Lidica, I have her on a slower DPS build for Arena, so that's why she's on Destruction Torrent, but you should use whatever you have. I don't think it really matters. If you are a normal person running fast Lidica, it's probably going to be fine. And I also have Song of Stars on her, just for the target debuff, one more thing to get cleansed off by the Golem. Tenebria, I just have her on random speed pen gear, leftover gear pretty much, since this unit is pretty useless. And I gave her Etika Scepter just for better cycling with her skills. Lastly is Mascot Hazel, who I also just have on her normal PvE gear. Just use whatever you have, it shouldn't matter too much. And I have Rod of Amaryllis on her. Kind of too lazy to swap this out to a higher one, maybe I should, but it should work fine. But let's get into the fight and we'll see how it goes. So we are just going to S3 to start off. And of course we get resisted. This turn order is actually pretty bad because the Golem's going to take a turn immediately. Would have been better if we should have just S2'd, whatever. And here I'm going to give Tori her greater attack buff. So now I'm debating, do I S3 or S2? Let us just S2 for now. And this restrict is going to get cleansed off pretty much immediately. Which sucks, but not too much we can do about that since we whiffed all of our debuffs at the start. And we got our Cascade proc. And here I'm just going to push him back in Death Break, hopefully. And we missed all of our debuffs again. We are definitely not having very good luck with the actual, like, pushback and restrict parts of this, but I think Tori is just kind of doing an absurd amount of damage to the point where it's... I think we might just kill it anyways. Here, let's cleanse real quick. I actually don't know what this does. This just makes it ignore F-res. So if I think if I use this now, it'll shuffle the debuffs to the back, as I'm pretty sure how this interaction works. Yep. This makes it so now the target gets cleansed off instead. That's how Hazel actually can contribute to Unhealable. We'll just Soul Burn this, because we have the souls. And here, I could S3, which, let's see, Tenebria does have her S2 up, so we can just S3 here. Gives us a skill nullifier for a bit too, which will get removed here, but nice, we reapplied the restrict. And I could attack buff here, but I'm going to just cleanse for now, so I can heal up a bit more later. It is starting to hurt at this point. Okay, so there goes Tenebria. Going to just extend the buffs a little bit. No Cascade proc, sadly. Okay, so we got pretty close to killing. It looks like we're not going to kill because of how much bad RNG we had at the start. Not sure if Ken would have been better. Just, he would have given us more debuffs, I guess, from just like his S3 and S1, but kind of unfortunate. I also think maybe we should have just gone Doctor's Bag or what is it, Wondrous Potion Vial on Hazel for more cleansing. But I think this team worked out decently. It does kind of suck. I think we value the pushback from Lidica a lot more than the restrict, honestly, because the boss is still moving up very fast. There's also the option of Carmine Rose on, or using Carmine Rose to push back the boss could have been a thing. Also, Forbidden Tech, I think it's Alcasian Spear, the 3-star artifact, pushes back when you use S1, so that could be a consideration for any Ancient Inheritance enjoyers. But anyways, that's it for this one.